There's questions about our electric grid in this country, and it seems like it's a vulnerability. And I've constantly lately been seeing videos on TV that say, oh, if you take out any 9 substations, the whole system fails. And there was a Russian general that said that we don't have the stomach for a war. That America doesn't have the stomach for a war. And I know we're in a Mars cycle at the last quarter of this year, starting late September, October, and then going through 2023. We're in a Mars cycle, and that's a cycle you have to watch about a war, and particularly late September through October and into November. But the whole period of 2023 is a Mars cycle. I remember the electric company several years back putting up these solar units on telephone poles, and I heard at the time that they were mandated by the government to be 20% solar efficient in their production of electricity. And they probably meant that by putting these units on all these telephone poles. And in New Jersey, they have a program where if you have solar power on your roof, the government finances you, and supposedly you could build up enough electricity that you can not only service your own place, but you can sell it to the electric company. And that sounds wonderful. And I think probably the more solar power we have, the better it is for our country being independent and not so much worried about a weak electric grid or a vulnerable electric grid. There's 2 ways that they could affect your electric grid, from what I understand. One is by setting off a nuclear bomb in the atmosphere that will kill the cell phones, the computers, the electricity, and so forth. And it would put us back like into the 1800s the way it was. But actually it would be worse. In the 1800s they had gas lamps. They depended on horses and carriages. They had pot-belly and wood burning stoves. And they were able to live at that time with the things that they had. Well, we don't have pot-belly stoves, we don't have the gas lamp, we don't depend on horses and carriages. So that would put us way back into the 1700s. It'd be probably worse than the 1800s because they had things so that they can live. And we eliminated that things with electricity. With electricity, we work on microwaves, we work our heating and lighting and air conditioning. We power our computers and cell phones with electricity. Even the gas pumps are run by electricity. So you would have no street lights, no air conditioning, no heat, no traffic lights, no microwave, no nothing, no dishwasher. It would be a terrible thing. And I wondered to myself, if we had a power failure and certain people had these solar cells and they were having heat and electricity and so forth for themselves, I wonder how long it would be before somebody knocks on their door and wants to live with them. And I wonder if they would be vulnerable to an attack because they have solar power and they have electricity and heat and air conditioning and everything else, and other people don't. So then it would be a battle of the haves and the have-nots. I hope it never comes to that, but these are some of my thoughts that I figured I would share.